Hello and welcome to this balanced class of Flow and Restore, which is all about contemplating a new beginning. At the time of recording, it's the September, the time of the year that the children go back to school. And whether you have children in your lives or not, it's so kind of that feeling of new beginnings. Many people take up a new hobby, perhaps drop old habits around this time. We lose our routines, our structures over the summer. And for many of us, it's quite a poignant time to set intention. So I invite you to do just that. Let us begin this practice lying on our back. We'll be moving for the first half and then very still for the second half. So thanks for joining me. So let us begin in constructive rest. So easy to forget that this is a pose. Our knees are bent, the feet are flat. And just lift and spread all of your toes. And then lower the toes down. And just interlace your palms behind the back of your head and tuck the chin. If you're stretching the back of your neck. And then very mindfully place your skull down. Take your hands now and rest them in what we call Yoni Mudra, which is our thumbs touching and index finger touching. So you might see that near to camera. So we're making a little kind of pointing down diamond, and we're placing our hands in that mudra around our area of our womb space. So say roughly fingers touching your belly button and the index fingers just above the pubic bone. Close your eyes now and contemplate the new beginning of this next breath as you breathe in deeply, fully through the nose. Feel that sense of expansion at the top. And then breathe away all the moments before this one. And yoga, of course, teaches us that every breath is a brand new beginning. We don't have to take our old selves into the future, our old habits, our old worries, our old patterns. So just use this settling breath practice now to blow away everything that's been and gone, almost like you're blowing the dust away on the surface of a mirror. Breathe in through the nose. Pause at the top, that feeling of expansion. And as you breathe out, soften, settling, blowing away everything that's been and gone. And just allow the breath initially just to find its way. And now more consciously try to structure the breath, what we call samavriti. So we're breathing in for the same count that we breathe out for. Just explore that now for the next 6 rounds, trying to make your breath longer and more spacious. As we come to the next 2 rounds of breath, notice what's settling a little. Almost like when you shake a snow globe up and all that glitter and sparkle kind of gradually, slowly drops to the surface, to the bottom. As you patiently wait for everything to settle, see if you can access a place of stillness beneath all that. And through this space that we're creating in our bodies, in our minds, we're just giving ourselves the possibility to open up to something new. So just extend your left leg away from you now and really spread the left toes as you bring that right knee in towards you. Draw the shin in now and slowly move that hip side to side. Just notice with curiosity how your hips are today. They'll be completely different to yesterday. The body, of course, is always new. Always renewing. Next time that right leg, comes to the left, carry it across with your left hand for a twist. As the right knee comes over, extend into your right palm. Have the right palm up. And just consider what it is that you wish to receive. What new thing do you want to bring in? More love, more joy, more happiness. Just breathe it. One more deep breath. See if you can just let any tension around that right thigh and hip relax. We're not trying to force our bodies in any way. And now come onto your back and extend that right leg up and just draw that right thigh in towards you. Start to circle the right ankle. Make sure the shoulders are away from your ears. And if you wish to introduce a little bit of core, you might just let the left heel hover. You might peel up your head and shoulders as if you're about to kiss the right knee. And just breathe. And draw up that left heel and really slowly, think journey, not destination, lower that right leg to the ground. And as you do so, you might notice the right leg feels longer. That's how easy we can make a change when we begin again. Let's bring that left knee in now and ease it in towards you as you actively spread the right toes, and then just start to move the left hip joint side to side. This is just oiling our joints. And again, next time the left knee comes across, just really lovingly guide it there with the right arm. We're extending our left arm away from us. The palm is up. Again, just call to mind what you wish to receive. And now just focus on making this next breath a little longer, a little bit more spacious. And come onto your back. And now extend the left leg up as you interlace behind the belly of the left thigh. Draw that left thigh in and lift your body up. Actively press as you hover that right heel, breathing in and breathing out. And this time, as we drop our head and shoulders, bring both legs up and come into a happy baby. You might hold onto your ankles, your big toes. Keep the bum down and the shoulders down and just gently rock from side to side. And babies, of course, are brilliant at teaching us how to begin again. They don't hold grudges or bring yesterday into today. You might start to circle the legs out too, just easing into the body. And now extend those legs up, really press the heels up as the toes come towards your face, and start to roll up and down the spine a few times, almost like a child on a swing. And as we come up, next time we're going to crisscross the ankles and come onto all fours. Spread your hands so wide under your shoulders and knees under the hip. And let's take some cat and cow. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as you tuck the chin and round. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. And do about 2 more of those. This time, as we extend the spine, lift the heart, just stay there, look up to your third eye and just open your mouth and go, ah. Let the tongue come out like a lion's breath. Take the hands under your shoulders now, draw your lower belly in and take the right leg behind you to stretch the back of the right leg. Spread your toes, press into the center of the heel and just come forward and back a little bit like a lizard about to pounce. So we're stretching our right calf muscle now. As you press back into the right heel, keep still this time. You might stay here or lift up your left knee as if you're about to kiss it. Just feel a little bit of a stronger stretch there in the right calf and breathe with it. And now drop that left shin as we come onto the side plane. The right foot is down. And we sweep the right arm, first of all in front of our face and then all the way around, making a really big circle. Do that one more time. And next time the right arm comes to the sky, open that right palm again. Maybe you look up, option to lift up the right leg. Really flex into the foot. Let the ribs come forward now as you breathe in. Draw in your lower belly. One more breath. And come all the way back to center. Just take a moment to land. Notice the difference between sides. One round of cat, inhale, and cow. And come back to all fours. Left leg comes back now. Press into the center of the left heel as you gaze forward. And just come forward and back again. So just like a little lizard about to pounce. And now lift up the right knee if you wish to have a stronger calf stretch. So breathing in and breathing out. See if you can breathe with whatever's coming up. Notice how we hold our breath, we stiffen, we harden. Stay with it. Drop the right shin down now as you flip to the side. As the right hand comes down, the left arm is going to come in front of the face and all the way around for a circle. Notice your shoulder blades. And next time that left arm lifts up, see if you can let the left leg lift too. Spread the toes. If you can't, you can't. Just keep the foot down. That's still a good stretch. And take a breath. So foot down is stretch, foot lifted is strengthen. We always need both. And then slowly come back down to all fours. And when you're ready, let's make our way into downward facing dog. First one today, maybe. Press the floor away as you make your arms long, bend the knees. And then start to pedal out the legs. So you might stay here with this pattern or moving with breath now. We're going to come forward to plank and then back to dog. So inhale, we come forward. Exhale, we bend the knees as we come back. So we're a little bit more ripply. Breathe your way forward into plank. Exhale, press back to dog. Do that 2 more times. Your other option, of course, is to stay with cat and cow. And as you come back to downward facing dog, press the heart a little closer towards your thighs and breathe into your whole body. Breathe out. Let go of everything that's gone. Begin again now with this next breath. Breathe away everything else. Side out too. Let's walk towards the front of the mat. As you come to the front of the mat, take your feet hip width apart, which is about 2 fists. Soft bend in the knees. And you might have your fingers to the floor or hold on to opposite elbows. Just sway it all out. And then press well into the feet now as you breathe in, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Just pause there in mountain pose, Tadasana. And breathe into this sweet moment that we'll never get back again. So we're coming into our flow now. We're going to do it once slowly and then once a little quicker. Inhale, rise up, heart lifts. Exhale, bend your knees as you come into chair pose. Sink back into your heels, take a breath in. Exhale, hands come down to a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. And pause here in downward facing dog. And we're just going to come through one vinyasa. So as you breathe in, come forward to a plank pose. You might drop your knees or lower down from here to the earth. Press into your toenails as you lift up into a back bend. Exhale, you come down, downward facing dog. And take a moment to press into the hands, press into the feet. And breathe away everything that's gone. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot comes between the hands. So you might come up onto fingertips now, or you might have yoga bricks, which is what I'm going to use, or soup cans or something else. Inhale, drop your left thigh. We're doing cat and cow with the spine, lift the heart. As you exhale, tuck the chin around as you straighten your front leg. Inhale, long spine, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin around. One more time. And now as you bend the knee, we're going to come into a kind of like a supported warrior 3. Lift your left leg up. Gaze forward, the hands stay down, flex the left foot and take a breath. And then drop your back foot as we come into warrior 2. So the front heel of the foot is in line with the back arch of the foot. Extend those arms away from you. Inhale, straighten the leg, fingertips touch. Exhale, hands ground down. Inhale, lift. Exhale to ground. Final time, inhale. And pause now in warrior two. Gaze forward at your middle finger and take 3 very full, deep, long breaths. Reverse your warrior now as the left hand comes down and the right arm lifts, and take a breath into the right arm. Bend the right knee a little bit more. 2 more breaths. And now as we come to warrior two, we take the forearm to the thigh and the left arm comes over our ear. We're coming into side angle pose. Spin the heart, the chest towards the ceiling and reach from the left foot to the left fingers. 2 full, spaciously deep breaths. Remember, all of this, we're clearing ourselves out for what lies ahead. This time as we breathe in, lift up and pivot your feet so we're in a star pose. Extend the arms up, breathe into the heart and chest. And then come back into warrior two, take a breath. And let's come through the vinyasa. So framing your front foot, come back to downward facing dog. You might stay there or you might flow coming forwards, lowering to the earth, peeling up into a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe away all the moments before this one. Round 2, left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Up on fingertips, and again, just come forward and then straighten. Bend, and then straighten. Bend, and then straighten. And then look towards the front of the mat as you lift that right leg back. So once again, we're coming into a balance, breathing in and breathing out. 1 more breath. And we land gracefully in warrior two, arms out wide. Gaze forward to that middle finger. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend back down again. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knee bends. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knee bends. And breathe in there. And then let's drink the breath in as we reverse our warrior. Leaning back, breathing into that left side of your body. 2 more breaths. And then forearm to thigh as the right arm reaches up and over, spinning heart and chest up. Reach from right outer foot to right fingers. 3 breaths. Inhale, we rise up. Take a breath, open up again, star pose. This is opening up our energy body. Breathe into everything, this space, this expansion. And then turn back to warrior two, lift your back heel. And once again, we come back through the vinyasa. Breathe your way forward, lower to the ground. Inhale, we rise. And then we come back. So we're just going to do that 1 more time through, but perhaps just adding on a little bit, maybe. So maybe you can always keep to the poses we've just done. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot comes forward. Inhale, long spine, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the leg. And this time as we bend the right knee, we sweep our arms up. And we're just going to circle the arms. So as we inhale, straighten the right leg. As you exhale, circle the arms behind you and bend the knee. Inhale, arms up, straighten. Exhale, bend the knee. Final time. This time, take your hands to prayer. And maybe we come into balance without using our hands on the floor. Kick that left heel back, take the spine long, and breathe in. And if we wobble today, we're wobbling today, just observe that without judgment. Let's go back to warrior two. Unravel the arms, take a breath in. Less time here now in the poses. Inhale, come back to reverse warrior, breathe into right waist. Forearm to thigh, left arm comes over. Breathe into the left side. And let's repeat that as a flow. Inhale, we come back. Breathe into right waist. Exhale, we come forward. Breathe into left waist. Do that one more time. So we're moving more pacey, but we never lose that commitment to the breath. This time, as our left arm comes up and over, bring it to the left hip, look forward, and let's take a half moon. The right hand comes to the brick or the floor. Turn your hips towards the side, and maybe you expand. So we did this earlier in our warm-up. Take a breath. One more. And now one more. And look down to the right foot, hand back to hip. Back into warrior two and straight into star pose. Breathing in, arms lift up. This time we come to a forward fold. Take the hands behind the head. Let the head be heavy. And maybe you sway a little bit side to side. If you need stillness today, then stay still. From there, just pause, breathe in, long spine. Turn towards the front of the mat and come back to downward facing dog. Pause in your downward facing dog. And just make sure you're not on autopilot now as you make a choice whether to stay still or to come through with vinyasa. So just going to do all of those on the other side. And then we're coming to some more restful shapes. Back in downward facing dog. Breathe into this moment now. Breathe away all the other ones. Inhale, left leg rises. Gaze forward between the hands and take that left foot through. Long spine as you inhale. And exhale, straight leg. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, straight leg. And this time as we bend the knee, we rise up again. So again, we're going to do those little circles with a straight leg. As you inhale, the leg is straight. As you exhale, you bend it and circle. The arms behind you. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, behind. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, behind. Hands to heart. Lean forward. This is a place to stay. Or you lift up the right leg. And kick back into that right heel as you keep the spine long and fully breathe into this shape. And some days we wobble. I'm really having one of those today. Let's drop back to warrior two. Open the pose into warrior two. Deep breath. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm reaches. Breathe into the left waist. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Right arm comes up and over. So again, we're doing this as a flow 2 more times. Inhale. And this time, as our forearm comes to the thigh, the right arm reaches up and over. Breathe into the right waist. And then take your hand to your hip as we come into half moon. Extend that right leg behind you. Take a moment. And it might be that you keep your right arm on your hip, or maybe you rise it up. Take a breath. Find your balance. Some days it's very tricky. You have to keep coming in and out again. And then landing in warrior two, breathing in. Turn the feet parallel, open up your energy body, take a deep breath. And then come to a fold. And give the head a little shake. And decide now, if you're feeling really agitated, stillness is good. If you're feeling a bit sluggish, movement is good. So you might just move from side to side. Remember, there's never a good or a bad choice. It's your choice when you're truly listening to what your body wants. Pause in the center, let the head be really heavy. Press the weight into your heels and take 2 full deep breaths in stillness. Really slowly, hands to hips. Really slowly, come all the way up. Face the front of the mat and come through your final vinyasa. Maybe, again, you might rest instead. And back we come to downward facing dog.
And in this moment now, press into the hands, press into the feet, connect to everything that roots and grounds you. Lift up your heels, look forward, and step or hop towards the front of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, rise up again. Exhale, hands to heart. And take one hand to your heart, one hand to your tummy, the two wisdom centers of the body. And just pause here, close your eyes. And just notice if there's any messages, any feelings, sense of knowing. What do you know to be true right now in this minute? And then let's shift the weight into the right leg. We're just going to do that little sequence we did lying down earlier. Hug the left shin in towards you. Fix your gaze on something that doesn't move. That might be where you stay. Or you might lift the left arm up and circle it behind you, just as we did earlier when we were on the ground. Pause there, breathing in and breathing out. See if you can do 2 more breaths like this. So important to work on what we call proprioceptive awareness. It stops us falling as we get older. And that's whether or not we wobble. Swim that left arm forward. Let's try warrior 3 again. Hands to heart. This time you might take your arms behind you or in front. Just breathe it all in. And come to stand. Feel the weight even now on both feet. And this maybe is our more tricky side, especially if we're right-handed. So let's lift up that right shin. Grow so tall in the spine. Breathe in. And the most interesting thing about balance is noticing the appalling way we speak to ourselves if we don't measure up to our impossible standards. So keep an eye on that. Breathe in, lift up the right arm. Maybe you take it behind you. And breathe. Swim that right arm in front of you. And let's revisit warrior 3 again. Hands to heart. Right leg comes back. Spread those right toes. So important what we do with the foot. And we breathe. One more breath. And we come back. Feel your feet on the earth now. Take the palms forward. Close your eyes. And breathe into this beautiful body, into this beautiful moment. So before we come to our restful poses, we are going to do an active back bend or two. So take the hands to the heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come to a fold. Inhale, take a flat back. Step back to downward facing dog. And pause in your downward facing dog here for 3 deep breaths. Each breath clearing away everything that's been. Now come forward to plank. And we're going to lower ourselves onto our front body. So just take a moment now with your hands underneath your forehead and just wiggle out your hips. So a series of back bends now, really depends on your back today. Let's begin with Sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders. Quite an active back bend, active enough. So feel like you're pulling the forearms towards you as you lift the heart. Close your eyes and get your awareness to your third eye. And just breathe into the small of your back. So really be honest with how the body is today. It's different to yesterday. This might be strong enough for you. In which case, stay there or come down and come up again. If you're able to do a little bit more back strengthening today, take the hands behind you and press them flat into the ground by your hips. As you inhale, lift the heart, keep pressing the hands down. Eventually, you might also lift the feet, maybe the arms too. Keep breathing. About 3 more deep breaths. And then slowly come down. Take the hands either side of your shoulders. Lift up, tuck the chin. Just coming into cat pose, just to stretch the back. And then our final back bend will be on our back. So crisscross the feet, and come back. And at the time of filming, my back is not very strong at the moment. So for this next one, I'm going to take a supported bridge. You, however, might choose to take one without a brick. So if you're doing it without a brick, you press into the heels, lift up the hips. If, like me, your back's a little tender, you're going to stick something under it and come to rest there. Close your eyes and just settle in now for about 10 breaths. And another 4 or 5 breaths. See if you can make the breaths much longer now. Visualize that you're clearing away any debris with every breath out. This simple breath awareness, known as anapanasati in the language of the Buddha, is the most basic meditation technique from centuries and centuries. Just inviting you back into the present moment. We can only begin from the present. 2 more breaths. Slowly lower into the ground. Bring those knees in towards your chest and just give yourself a little hug. Just remind yourself that you're here, you showed up, and just how well you're doing today. And now let's come back into happy baby. Maybe you notice something shifted. So bending the knees, roll on your back from side to side. Maybe sort of doing little circles with the heels, the feet. And extend the legs up, maybe just breathe. Again, babies remind us of beginning again all the time. They don't carry grudges forward. They don't bear resentments. Of course, that's not the same. Sadly, when they're teenagers, I've got 3 of those nearly in the house. Bring those knees back in, breathing in. And then very slowly, let's make our way up for some forward folds and some side stretches. So first of all, we're going to come into a forward fold. And this is where you might want a bolster if you have one, cushions, whatever you have to grab. We're coming into a pose called caterpillar, but we're not going to force it. So we want our knees to be pretty bent. You might pump your bum up on a cushion or something if forward folding isn't good for you. And reminder, a forward fold is tucking the chin. This is a forward fold. If you do have more availability, you might come further forward. I've got a cushion here for my head now. I'm just going to make a little cocoon for myself. And as you come into this forward fold, just stay here now. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. So inviting the breath now into the back body. Visualize the breath beginning in the lower back and then spreading its way out to the side ribs, all the way up to the back of the neck. And each time you breathe out, see if you can let go of something, softening, muscle tension, a thought. So we can't bring in the new if we're still holding on to resentments, hurts, grievances, anger from the past. And of course, it's not that easy, but see if you can be open to the idea of softening, settling, and letting go with each breath out. I'm just going to leave you in silence there now for just over a minute. Just a few more breaths. And this pose, of course, is called caterpillar, which is very symbolic about transformation. As Mère Angelou says, we all admire the beauty of the butterfly, but we rarely pause to think what it had to go through to get to that transformation. And Lao Tzu said sometimes new beginnings are disguised as painful endings. So again, acknowledging anything perhaps that's going on for you in your life, trusting the new beginning on the other side of it. And now take 3 more deep breaths. Let each breath get a little deeper, a little longer. Finish with a sighing breath out. Super, super slowly. Let's come all the way up. So our next pose is a side stretch, and just do what you can with this. It might really will be a little bit prop dependent. So I have a bolster here under between my waist and my armpit. You might have a rolled up pillow or a cushion, probably something for your head. I've got a cushion. Again, you might have a brick. So we're here for 2 minutes. I'm going to feed the right arm through. So my head needs a little bit more than one cushion there. So I'm going to put a brick underneath it. So do prop yourself up, because 2 minutes is a long time if you're not comfortable. And as we lie over the bolster between our rib and armpit, we take the right arm through. So we've got a big stretch here on our left side body. Now you can stay here with the left hand resting on your ribs. That's going to guide the breath. You might put the left hand in front of you, or you might bring it up and over your ear just to drape it there. That's just going to make it slightly stronger. Just make sure you're not overarching your back, so lengthen the tailbone. Allow your eyes to softly close. Let's breathe here for 2 minutes, filling up that left side, the left lung, with fresh, brand new energy. And of course, this is symbolic of recreating space. When we let go, we create space for new things. What do you want to welcome into this next stage of your life? More joy, more peace, more fun. And what do you need to let go of to make that happen? Maybe that's letting go of worrying, overanalyzing. Can we make space maybe simply for trust, more trust in the universe, in God, whatever it is that we believe in? And we have 1 more minute. What do you want to make more space for? Excuse me. Take 3 more very full deep breaths. Let them get deeper and longer. Finish with a sigh. So be careful how you come up. Bring that left arm all the way up and over. You might just want to circle the wrist, the arm, just ease back into your body. You can feel stiff sometimes when we come out of these shapes. And then just take a moment to very slowly, remember these transitions are also part of the practice. Move slowly now. And just come onto an upright position between sides. Rest the hands on your knees. See if you can feel that extra space you've created on the left side as you breathe. And take 2 very even breaths. And
And let's create space on our other side. So you don't have to move the props. I'm simply turning to face the camera. It's rude to have your back to you, my mother always said. So let's take a little bit of support for the head. This time it's our left arm that feeds through. So the bolster or the pillow is between your armpit and your rib, the waist. And maybe the right hand rests on your rib cage. That's a really good way to guide the breath. Maybe it rests on the bolster. Maybe it comes up and over. And then allow your eyes to softly close. We're here for 2 minutes. Simply focusing on breath in the right side of the body. And as soon as we still the body, the movement of the mind is always revealed to us. So noticing it with curiosity, with compassion, non-judgment. Just not get tangled up in that crap. So step back and witness your thoughts, focusing the feeling, the anapanasati, the breath awareness into the right side of the body. And keep coming back to the breath over and over again. We all forget, we're all human, we're all good people. Three more very full, deep, spacious breaths. Really visualizing that you're clearing yourself out totally as you inhale. Moving into that space as you exhale. And then just start slowly bringing that right arm, especially if it was overhead, just do a little bit of a circle. Not quite so important if it wasn't. And then bring it down. Press yourself up and come all the way up. We're going to spin round. Now we're going to finish on our back. Stretching hips. Have your props somewhere nearby. And let's come down to the ground. And as we come down to the ground, just like we began, just notice everything that might have shifted. We're in constructive rest. We're going to lift and spread the toes. Several options now. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Start to circle your right ankle. Few one way, few the other. And then flex your right foot as we come into eye of the needle. So the first option is to keep your left foot down. Second option is to lift your left foot and hold behind the left thigh. So we are going to add on to this, but just stay here for now. And then just move an inch to the left. Pause there. And then move an inch to the right. Just rocking on the pelvis. So there's a tight spot for all of us somewhere. For me, it's as I go an inch to the left. Find your tight spot and just stay there and see if you can soften into it. Use the breath. Signs of tension or stress are that we've shortened the back of the neck. So remember earlier we tucked the chin. Make sure that's still the case for you. You've got a long neck. 3 more breaths. And your choices now are to stay here or to add supine gomukhasana, supine cow face pose. This is where we close the gap between the legs. The right thigh sits on top of the left,
And then we hold our ankles and we gently tease open the ankles as we bring the knee towards our chest. So we're pulling almost like we're holding a steering wheel. So for some people, this is way too strong. Check the back of your neck again. That will be a good indicator. So one of those three choices, foot down, foot up, or this one. Just stay there for 4 more breaths. Every time we involve the hands, we involve the shoulders, so make sure yours is still relaxed. And then unravel your legs and give them a little shake out. Shake it all out and then bring the legs down. Pause between sides. Take that yoni mudra again, the thumbs touch, index finger touch just around your navel center. So this mudra helps us tap into our creativity. So what new beginning do we wish to create? Just consider that. We can always begin again. Sometimes we forget that, even simply by setting intention. So let's let that left leg come up. Let's circle the left ankle. Notice the leg, this beautiful leg. It does so much for you, holds you up all day. Let's flex the left foot, press the left knee away. This might be where you stay. This is good. Possibly you reach up and hold behind the belly of the right thigh. And just a gentle move again, inch to the left, inch to the right. I'm very different on this side, not at all as tight. So just notice your differences, your uniqueness. There's no good side or bad side. There's perhaps a more tender side. Find your tight spot and breathe. 4 very full deep breaths. Check the back of the neck is long. So remember, this is a good place to stay, as was the previous pose, or maybe you crisscross the thighs, hold on to the feet, pull the feet in 2 opposite directions as you tease the knees in towards you, and you breathe. Two more breaths. So then be really long and full breaths. And extend the legs away. Just give them a little shake. Bring those knees in towards your chest and just circle out the hips. So we're going to finish with the twist that we began in. Again, you might notice things have shifted and changed. Just extend that left leg away from you and spread the left toes. And bring the right knee over your body. Once again, extend the right arm, palm up. This gesture of receptivity. Take 3 full breaths into your right lung. Every breath out, soften the right shoulder. 2 more of those. And now let's take 2 more breaths, looking the same way as the knee. So just turn the head, look to your left and breathe. Pull your tummy in, come all the way back, extend that right leg away from you. And just bring the left knee in now. Ease that left knee in and then lovingly guide it across the midline of the body. Extend that left arm away from you. 3 full, so clearing out breaths into the left side. Soften the left shoulder as you exhale and then take your gaze to the right. Breathing in.
out. And come onto your back. Final time. Let's take a happy baby. Hold on to the feet, hold on to the toes, just gently rock. One more time, tuck the chin, make sure the back of the neck is long. So there's a phrase tech neck, which is when we shorten the neck. Very sends a message that there's danger to our nervous system. And then super slowly settle in for your relaxation. Legs out long, maybe they're bent. You might take the mudra over your tummy. You might take the palms out beside you. Just really choose wisely. And Shavasana, of course, means corpse pose, which symbolizes your symbolic death, but then your rebirth. And the body is always new. It's always renewing itself, just as we today have perhaps considered a new beginning. So allow the back of the neck to get heavy. Feel the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, let them get heavy. Feel the weight of your lower back, your waistline, your hips, your thighs, your calves, your feet, and let the whole body drop into the earth. And just a short quote from Julie Stewart. This moment can be a new dawn, a new day. Forgive, forget, and move on. Ask yourself, do I wish to keep repeating the old patterns? Perhaps it's time for something new. Breathe into the potential of who you are to become now as you just fill the body with breath. And breathe out everything that's been and gone. And just stay here for just a few minutes more. Trust that I'm holding space, holding the time. Breathe into your whole body, whole body. And just bring your awareness back to the breath. And welcome back to the present, to this brand new moment, this brand new body, Listen to everything around you that anchors you into this moment. What sounds can you hear? What smells can you smell? What feelings and sensations are you aware of? Can you simply feel them all without judgment? And as you lie on the earth now, feel like you're yawning the body open. Take the arms overhead, spread your fingers, spread your toes. And then just curl up into a little ball as you come to one side of your body. And very slowly make your way up into a seat. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today. I hope you have a brand new beginning, whatever that means to you. Let's take our hands to prayer in front of the heart. And where your thumbs touch, feel that open, spacious, wide open heart. Inhale, let's take the arms up overhead. Exhale, draw everything back to your center. And may you live from your heart today. Namaste. Thank you. So carers, thanks for joining me. I hope I see some of you live. It would be really nice to. Maybe there's a better time for you. Perhaps you could let me know. If you want to sign up for my newsletter, just drop me a line. It's on my website, Sarah Rush Yoga. Hope you're happy, hope you're well, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.